Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Masonry Spotlight. Here we are in Morrisville, Pennsylvania, getting ready to do some stonework. As you can see, it's pretty damn cold right now. It's about 20 degrees. But inside our tent city there, with the help of space heaters, we have our working conditions up to about 60 to 65 degrees. So we'll be able to work through this cold day. So come along inside with me, your host, Anthony, for another informative, exciting episode of the Masonry Spotlight. So here we are, we're inside Tent City, where it's approximately 65 degrees. Perfect working conditions for us, despite the 20-degree temperature outside. What we're going to be doing today is applying a stone veneer on the outside of this house here, this addition. What we're going to be using is a cultured stone, this right here. What we do is, we put the mortar on the back, we stick it on the outside of this house that they have. The area that we're going to try and fill today would take other masons probably about 2 or 3 days to do. But I'm not one of those people. We're going to get it all done today. Here we are on top of the scaffold, where we have all our ingredients to do our stone. First we have our mortar mix. We're going to mix that in the mortar pan with hot water, since it's a little cooler here on the surface of the wall. As you can see, we have a scratch to it, so that the stone will stick to the wall. We also have our hoe, our tuck pointer, our trowel, and also our chipping can. Our stone doesn't come on a pallet. It doesn't come dumped off in a dump truck. It comes in a box. This is our stone tucked away very neatly. Like I said, this is a cultured stone, which means that it was made from real stone molds and then colored. So it looks similar to real stone, though it's synthetic. Our first step, though, is mixing our mortar. We start by taking the bag of mortar, put it in our mortar pan, chop it over the pan. I use my trowel and cut right through it. Cut it good, cut it real good. Add our water. I'm going to go with a nice 3 count before I start mixing. Take the hoe, mix. And you want to be careful not to let it splash all over the wall. But just very gingerly until it turns into a gelatinous type material. Mix back and forth. You just want to keep mixing, like I said, until it's a nice gelatinous texture to it. Add as much water as need be. And just work the water through the mortar, through the powder that our mortar can use for stone. You don't want it too wet, because then you wind up with soup. That's no good. The stone won't be able to stick, and you'll have a friggin' mess on your hands. You just want to try and work all the dry pockets, because you're going to have them. Believe me, you're going to have them. Add a little more water. Once again, this water is hot to counter the coldness on the wall. And that feels like that might be it, folks. That might be a nice mixture right there. You can feel, like, you just tell when you have the right amount of water and mortar mix that you're on the right track. I think it's going to work this wet area right here, the dry part, and I think we have it. So now that we have our mortar prepared, we're going to go ahead and lay stone. As you can see, it's a nice texture to it. It's kind of damp, but no, it's not too runny. What you do is, first you get your stone, you want to just try and take the stone and just dry fit it. And just try and find 2 corners or 2 sides where it's going to be parallel to other stone. So that's a good stone right there. Apply mortar to the back of it, like so. I like to just give it a little, you see how I'm like swishing it back and forth like that? Like that, okay? And then what I do is, put like a nice little spot like that in the back. So you create like a suction cup. And there you have it. Now what we're going to try and do is find one for right here, going above this door frame here. I like this one right here, because there's a nice long, flat run right here to coincide with this doorway. And that'll be nice. That's a nice centerpiece to go above the doorway. So what we do, once again, take our mortar, apply it to the back of our stone here. See, I just switch it around. Just try and get it on there nicely. Scoop. And there you have it. Around 12:30 right now in the afternoon, and as you can see, this is how far we've progressed so far. What we're going to do right now, before we mix up another batch of mortar and start laying any more stone, we're going to go back with a tuck mortar and we're going to rake out the joints. As you can see, there's some mortar that's on the outside of these stones. What we do afterward, phase 3 of the stonework, we get a grout bag, which is kind of like a cake bag, wet mortar, and we actually squeeze the mortar into the joints. It's called pointing. And we save that until the very final step of the whole project. There we have our day of masonry work, working with synthetic stone, the synthetic stone veneer that we did here today. I'm very happy the way all the stone work turned out. There's like a nice flow through the joints. As you can see, there's still some smaller gaps in between. What I do is I'll go back tomorrow when I'm doing all the pointing work and actually just place smaller stone piece particles in there. So there we have it. For this edition of Masonry Spotlight, I'm Anthony. Thank you, and join us next time.